Fellow citizens of the Tau Empire, honored representatives of the fire, earth, air, and water castes, and beloved ethereals, today we gather to reflect upon a pivotal moment in our empire's history, the Damocles Crusade. This conflict, waged against the monolithic imperium of man, was not merely a test of strength, but a trial of our commitment to the greater good. Though the imperium, in its arrogance, claims victory, let us remember, true triumph is not measured in the holding of territory or the destruction of foes, but in the endurance of unity, purpose, and the greater good itself. The Damocles Crusade did not begin as a simple battle over worlds and resources. It was a confrontation between two diametrically opposed visions for the galaxy. The Imperium of Man, shackled by its decaying authoritarian rule, represents a tyrannical force of oppression, xenophobia, and unending war. It thrives on domination, where cooperation and peace are foreign concepts. The Tau, enlightened by the vision of the greater good, seek not conquest for conquest's sake, but the unification of species, the cooperation of castes, and the advancement of all under one harmonious purpose. We bring prosperity where the Imperium brings suffering. We bring enlightenment where the Imperium brings ignorance. It was this ideological threat, the promise of unity and peace that the greater good embodies, that drove the Imperium to attempt to crush us. They could not allow a rival power, one that offers hope, to rise. Yet even as their warfleets approached, we stood resolute. Our belief in the greater good would not falter before the primitive savagery of their imperial machine. The siege of Mugal Bay, known to our enemies as a Grelin, was the first grand test of our resolve. The Imperium, under Lord General Mendora's Odon, unleashed an overwhelming assault on our world, intending to annihilate our presence and shatter our unity. Their numbers were vast, their engines of war intimidating. But we, the Tau, had something greater. We had Shadowsun, commander of unparalleled tactical brilliance and a daughter of the Fire Caste. It was here that Shadowsun, with grace and mastery, implemented the sacred Kauyon, the patient hunter strategy. Under her leadership, the Tau avoided wasteful confrontations, instead allowing the enemy to overextend, their arrogance leading them into traps where we could strike with precision. The Imperium bled itself dry. Though we strategically withdrew from Mugal Bay, it was the Imperium that paid a grievous cost in lives and material, and more importantly, in morale. Their victory was nothing but a hollow claim to an empty world, while we, the Tau, remained intact, prepared for the battles yet to come. As the war ground on, the Imperium learned that their strength in numbers would not secure the swift victory they expected. Another master of Tau warfare, Commander Farsight, took up arms during this period, employing the Montka, the killing blow, against our foes. At the Battle of Sealkull, Farsight used the Montka to devastating effect, feigning retreat and luring the Imperium's armored forces into a trap. When the time was right, he struck with swift, overwhelming force, shattering the Imperium's pride and devastating their divisions. Farsight's victory was more than just a moment of military genius. It was an affirmation of our belief in adaptability, precision, and the power of the collective. Under the guidance of the ethereal caste, all the castes of the Tau worked in concert to defeat an enemy far greater in numbers, but lesser in vision. Every victory and every setback in this war taught us valuable lessons. Lessons the Imperium is too blinded by pride to learn. Nowhere was the power of the greater good more evident than at Dalyth. This jewel of our empire represented not just a strategic stronghold, but the culmination of our ideals, a prosperous, peaceful world where diverse species flourished together under Tau rule. To the Imperium, it was another prize to claim. To us, it was a symbol of what the galaxy could become under the greater good. We defended Dalyth from the Imperium's relentless onslaught. The siege was long, and we faced horrific losses. But Dalyth endured, and with it, the Tau's vision of a brighter future. Though the Imperium brought the full force of their war machine, they could not break the bonds of unity and cooperation that hold our empire together. The Imperium's failure at Dalyth revealed a fundamental truth. Their empire, despite its size, is fractured and crumbling. Its people are shackled by fear, ruled by despots, and denied the opportunity to thrive. The Tau, united by the greater good, are not so easily broken. The world of Dalyth may have suffered, but our spirit emerged stronger. The Imperium eventually declared victory, retreating with worlds scorched and populations displaced. But what did they truly achieve? Their losses were monumental. Entire regiments, fleets, and supplies thrown into the fires of battle. They returned to their decaying empire weakened, their ability to project power diminished. They won only on paper. For the Tau, this so-called defeat was anything but. We preserved our core worlds. We demonstrated that even the Imperium's vast armies could be resisted with careful planning, brilliant leadership, and unity. And we learned. From every engagement, our commanders, scientists, and ethereals absorbed invaluable knowledge. Shadow Sun, Farsight, and countless others refined our military strategies, making us stronger, smarter, and more adaptive. In the grand scheme of things, the Damocles Crusade was a victory not of territories, but of ideals. The Imperium cannot understand this. They are locked in a cycle of violence and stagnation. But the Tau look forward, always expanding, always advancing, always growing stronger. What then does the Damocles Crusade teach us? That victory is not always about conquest, nor is defeat always about retreat. It is about endurance, but the long game. It is about the continued survival and flourishing of the greater good. In every retreat, we preserved our forces, refined our tactics, and kept our vision clear. We emerged from the crusade with sharper strategies, deeper unity, and a more profound understanding of our foes. The Imperium has shown us that it is a lumbering giant, powerful but slow, unable to adapt to a changing galaxy. They are locked in their ways, bound to a decaying corpse of an empire. But we, the Tau, are the future. Our empire grows with every passing year, and our ideals will spread like the light of the morning sun, illuminating the darkness in which the Imperium hides. Brothers and sisters of the Tau, let us remember this. The Damocles Crusade was not a defeat. It was a trial that tested the very foundation of the greater good, and the greater good emerged unbroken. The Imperium may have returned to its territories, claiming victory, but their empire falters. Ours grows stronger. The lessons of the Crusade will guide us forward, ensuring that our next expansion will be even more successful. With unity, purpose, and the continued leadership of our ethereals, we will lead all sentient beings toward a brighter, more harmonious future. And in time, even the Imperium, in its obstinate ignorance, will see the truth, that the greater good is the galaxy's inevitable destiny. For we are Tau, and the greater good endures. Tauva.